Well, hey, gang, I'm here with my new friend, Megan Props. And Megan is kind of new to PCC, and I thought that you would be blessed to hear from her today. So, Megan, tell us a little bit about how you got to our church.
Well, I first heard about PCC when I was in prison at VCCW, and some of my friends were going, and I eventually went because I was hearing good things about it. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of difficult for me to decide to go back because of my experience growing up in church. I kind of steered away from that as an adult. And yeah, it was a really good experience. The people that facilitate the church there and all the volunteers are so nice, and like you really do feel like you're a part of a church and not just in some like prison classroom, with people that don't want to be there. So yeah, it's a really good experience with the music and the fellowship and the girls. Like it creates like a community and everybody knows everybody that goes, and it was a really good experience for me to get back into church.
So, how long were you part of that at VCC? Were you part of PCC there?
At least a year, probably longer.
And as your release date approached, you must have started thinking, maybe I could be a part of this on the outside. I mean, how did that come about?
Yeah, I definitely had thought I would like to attend when I got out, but when you get released from prison, there's a laundry list of things that you have to do, and some things just kind of lost in the mix. But my brother, after a few months, he was just encouraging me to try to find a church to get into, and I was like, yeah, you're right, I need to get back to that. So yeah, Riverside is actually really close to my house, and yeah, I really like it there.
What would you say comes to mind about things that you're excited about our church?
I'm excited about being able to volunteer and help because that gives me a chance to like be a part of something, and that is just not anything that I've experienced as an adult. I mean, nothing wasn't a part of anything good. So yeah, it's just been really nice to meet people, and then they know me and remember me, and my nieces who I bring sometimes. And anyways, yeah, I'm just excited to be a part of something.
So you're there, you're in prison, you're hearing about church, and at some point you decide, okay, I'm going to go, and you find it welcoming and a good experience. But somewhere in this journey, has your understanding of who God is expanded or changed in some way, and if so, how?
Yeah, definitely. Gosh, like growing up, my understanding of God was really scary. I just always knew that I wasn't going to be good enough. I just didn't have a concept of forgiveness, and just the trauma and just things, I went through as a kid. I just thought that made me a bad person. And
ineligible.
Yeah, it's just something. It's like I knew that God loved us and forgives us, but that was for other people. And it was just a feeling that I just really couldn't ever shake. So yeah, and my experience at church really didn't help that feeling. So because I didn't feel welcomed. But yeah, so as an adult, I just left that alone. But about 7 years ago, when I started going to jail and prison, and that part of my life, I mean, when you get incarcerated, I mean, that's usually when people hit their knees and are praying to God, like for whatever. And yeah, that just happened to me over and over and over and over again. At some point during my bid, I guess, I tried to get into the Bible more, and I found this Bible study about Hosea. That story really like transformed like the way that I understood God, because that's how I felt. I felt really lost, deep in some wilderness or dry desert, and I just felt that God had been there the whole time and just was quietly wooing me back and speaking tenderly to me, and I didn't even realize it. And that's part of that story, is just that I realized that God is love and nothing bad can come from love. And I've been hurt so many times in the midst of love and all of that stuff. And in that situation, like, or in that story, just knowing how that feels, and to have someone do that to you over and over and over again, and you still do not care. And if anything, it just makes you love them and want to be there. And that is just a crazy kind of love to me.
It is. Would you say that your experience at PCC has helped to reinforce the idea that God accepts you and loves you just like you are, and sort of debunking that you're not good enough, you've disqualified yourself? Have we helped with that? Yeah, I want you to be honest now. Okay.
Actually, yes. I mean, every week somebody is coming up to me and asking about me or my family, and just remembering my name and being able to join the small group and like meeting more people there. And as I've gotten older and have been through this so many times, like, and I actually do care now, I'm not ashamed of my past, but it's not something that I just want everybody doesn't need to know, as, hi, I'm Megan, I'm a felon, or just got out of prison.
It doesn't have to be your defining characteristic. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just how I used to live my life, because I just figured if I was going to be a low-life junkie or whatever I was going to embrace it wholeheartedly and not be ashamed of it. But now, on the other side of it, looking at it like a sane person, I am like, I don't need everybody to know my business. But, when you're meeting people in church and they ask you, like, how long you've been coming to PCC, I don't want to really say, like, oh, I just started coming a couple weeks ago, because that's not true. And so I just say, I've been going to PCC, but I was at the VCCW campus, and some people are like, huh? And I'm like, prison. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah. But everybody has just been so not really nice about it, just like doesn't care about it at all. So that is really nice.
Well, I would say that is true. We don't care where you've been. We just care about you. And we would not, even if you wanted to wear that label, we wouldn't allow it. You're not a felon. That's a thing that you did. That's a part of your past. You're way bigger than that. Way more important than that.
Yeah, and that's just the feeling that I get from everybody, and that's just crazy to me, because I can just see, like, that it's just God's love, like, coming out of everybody and surrounding each other, like, and sometimes people see it and sometimes you don't, but it's still there, and it's new to me, so I can't hope it's the end. I hope I never stop seeing it.
Well, now now you have a chance not to just see it, but to transmit it. We built this church for people like you who didn't feel like other churches would welcome them or want them or whatever, but we do. And I'm just so glad you're part of us. So glad.
Yeah, I'm glad that I just took the leap and just didn't overthink it and just came, because it was something that, yeah, going every Wednesday night when I was at Goochland, I mean, I just kept thinking, this seems different, and it would be so nice to just be a part of that and have that, like, be a part of my new life. So, and it's happening.